Welcome back. Now, here are some of your stories in brief. We begin with a division in the Senate over the use of the term revolution, which was contained in a motion sponsored by Senator Chukwuka Utazi. In his motion, Senator Utazi raised the need to bridge the gap between the haves and have-nots in the country to nip in the bud the seeds of looming violent revolution. The motion calls on the federal government to declare an emergency on unemployment in the country to create safety nets and dedicate 20% of recovered loot to fund same. And also to remind you, a developing story where the Senate has indeed confirmed the minister, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, rather, as governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria for another 5 years. Mr. Emefiele's confirmation is following the adoption of the Senate Committee's report on banking, insurance and other financial institutions, which cleared him on Wednesday. The confirmation is coming just a week after the request of President Muhammadu Buhari was read on the floor of the Senate, making it one of the fastest confirmation process by the 8th Senate. Senate leader Senator Ahmed Lawan is insisting that the race for the Senate presidency in the 9th National Assembly is not a do-or-die affair for him. Addressing journalists in Abuja, Senator Lawan explained that if it is the will of God, he will be elected as the next president of Senate. However, he added that if he fails in his bid, he would still support the government's effort to bring in good governance to the people.
He introduces himself.
We contested for this thing in 2015, just by way of reminder. And it was the will of God that I would not be Senate President. And you will bear me witness that that did not stop me from going to the National Assembly to participate in the activities of the Senate. I continued to represent my people. I was a committee chairman of defense, and I conducted myself as such, as that committee chairman of the Senate Committee on Defense, and eventually I was elected the Senate leader, and I continued to serve as Senate leader to date. So it's not a do-or-die affair, and should we not make it, that will not stop us from working to represent our people, to do our oversight, to legislate for the good governance of this country, to support the Senate and the National Assembly, and to support Mr. President to deliver the campaign promises of the APC as a political party. We are going to do that regardless.
Well, let's now take you back to Imo State, where our correspondent Tokwe Kute is live for us to give us perhaps some ideas with regards to what's happening. The House of Representatives, the Imo State House of Representatives, the latest with the suspension of the members and also some of the activities of the governor. Tokwe.
And Inquiry Federal Constituency, and with that, it will be able to function well in the formation of the Ninth Assembly, which is the federal, the National Assembly. And this morning, we also heard that the House members will be sitting to ratify the actions taken yesterday, which is the vote of no confidence that was passed on the Speaker. We've also heard that the executive arm of government has also intervened in this issue, and very soon we will get to know what their discussions are. But we will be here, we'll continue to keep you up to speed with events and happenings around here. Don't also forget that tomorrow the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, will be here live in Owerri, the Imo State capital, to commission the Imo International Cargo Airport at the Sam Mbakwe Airport. A project that was embarked upon by the Imo State government, even though it's a federal government project also, but a project embarked upon by the Okorocha-led administration in Imo State. And tomorrow he will be here to commission this project. So back to you in Lagos.
Thank you so much, to Okwe the Kute for us in Imo. The House of Representatives, they've approved a bill seeking to prohibit age discrimination against job seekers in federal government agencies. According to the chairman of the House of Representatives Committee on Rules and Business, the bill seeks to ensure that no citizen is deprived of employment on the basis of age.
The bill is for an act to prohibit age discrimination against job seekers in federal government agencies. The bill in the main seeks to eradicate age discrimination against those who are seeking employment in federal government agencies so as to lift the age barrier standing against quality.
Staying with the Green Chambers, they have mandated the Committee on Public Procurement to investigate allegations of gross statutory breaches, including the violation of the Public Procurement Act by the Central Bank of Nigeria, the Ministry of Finance and the First Bank Nigeria Limited over a grant to Oyo State to procure agricultural equipment. The lawmakers described the act as undermining and sabotaging the intention of the federal government in making Nigeria fully self-sufficient in food production. This came through a motion of urgent public importance.
The threat of extinction and other aesthetic.
The Bayelsa State government is asking the Independent National Electoral Commission to reschedule the governorship election in the state earlier fixed for the 2nd of November 2019. Speaking in Abuja after the meeting with the chairman of the electoral body, the deputy governor of the state, Rear Admiral John Jonah, retired, says the appeal is made on the ground that the state has a legislation which recognizes November the 2nd as the state's Thanksgiving Day. Let's turn to the National Assembly for more updates of today's activities. First, the lower chamber. Here's Larry Lasisi. Larry, what's the plan for today? All right, we apologize for that audio, but then definitely you can catch all of those stories on our website, and that's www.channelstv.com, and of course on our other news programs. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to join the discussion at Channels TV at TTV Politics, #Lunchtime Politics. I'm Millicent Walker. I'll see you soon.